Hi, friends, and welcome to Pieces Here. I'm your host, Avis Kalfsbeek. This is another episode in the Wolff Peace series, a journey through Robert Paul Wolff's 1966 anthology, Political Man and Social Man. In each episode, we pair one of the great political theorists from Wolff's book with someone who lived peace as a daily radical practice. Together, they help us explore the tension between power and principle and what peace truly requires. The Thinker, Richard Schaar, 1913 to 2014. Today's thinker is political theorist Richard Schaar, whose essay, The Psychology of Loyalty, challenges us to look more closely at why we obey and when we must break away. Schaar asks, what makes a person loyal? Is it habit, fear, love, belonging? He explores how loyalty, though often praised, can become a dangerous force when unexamined. It can tether us to injustice. It can turn ordinary people into participants in evil. He writes, loyalty is not the same as virtue. It can bind us to the causes that betray our deepest values. For Schaar, peace begins when we ask not only who we're loyal to, but why, and when needed, to have the courage to shift our loyalty from power to principle. Peace Pairing, Sophie Scholl, 1921 to 1943. To bring this idea into vivid relief, we turn to Sophie Scholl, a young German student and anti-Nazi activist in the White Rose Resistance group. Raised in a patriotic family, Sophie initially supported Hitler in her youth, but as she witnessed injustice, from book burnings to the persecution of Jews, she began to question everything. At just 21, she and her brother Hans were arrested for distributing anti-Nazi leaflets at the University of Munich. She was executed by guillotine for treason. Before her death, she said, "Such a fine sunny day, and I have to go. What does my death matter, if through us thousands of people are awakened and stirred to action?" Sophie's story is one of conscious betrayal, a willingness to break from country, party, and expectation in order to stay loyal to truth. Schaar and Scholl both urge us to think critically about where our loyalties lie. They ask us, are you loyal to authority or to justice? Your peace questions to ponder. Big picture. When does loyalty become dangerous? How do you know when it's time to break from a group, belief, or leader? Day-to-day life. What unspoken loyalties shape your choices? At work, in your family, in your community? Are there any you're ready to examine or release? That concludes this episode of Pieces Here. You can learn more at aviskalfsbeek.com, where I share updates on this podcast and my books. I write best friend activist short fiction in the Pedro the Water Dog Saves the Planet 6-book series, eco-adventure novellas for readers who care about justice, joy, and saving the world one story at a time. Coming up next, more thinkers, more peace pairings, and more bold questions from the Wolff Peace series. This episode is human narrated by me, but created with the help of AI, which has promised to let me know if it makes something up. So far, no confessions. But if you believe I've missed something, or if you just want to say hello, I'd love to hear from you. Podcast music is Dalai Lama Riding a Bike by Javier Peque Rodriguez. You'll find links to his music on Spotify and Bandcamp in the show notes. If you enjoyed this podcast, it really helps me if you subscribe on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. A quick rating or review helps others discover peaceful, independent storytelling. And if you have a project that can use a calm, peaceful narrator, my cloned voice, Amaya Calm, is now available in the 11 Labs Voice Library. AMAYA Calm. The voice is designed to support storytelling that promotes peace and dignity. You can even have Amaya Calm read to you using the 11 Labs Reader app. She sounds like this. Peace is not something you wish for. It's something you make, something you do, something you are and something you give away. John Lennon. If you haven't used 11 Labs yet, it helps me if you use the link in the show notes below. The link is try.11labs.io/peace, and 11 Labs is spelled out. I'll earn a small affiliate payment which supports my creative projects focused on peace. I'm Avis Kalfsbeek. Thank you again. Until next time, listen for the peace.